Very good. Sophia is evading the evade maneuver, as is Ava on her Vespa. They're both zigging and zagging. Um, Behind you, that Monte Carlo has faded in the distance a little bit. Maybe he's just playing decoy, is jutting to the left and the right while trying to keep up. I believe, Shep, I don't want to cheat you out of that action before I advance to the next round in the combat tracker. Was there something you wish to do, or are you just going to
I
stand pat?
honestly,
Bag.
I can't think of anything because he's not close enough for me to do any
Okay.
like distraction things. If there was a way for me to distract, I would try to do that. But
By my calculations, he is 20 inches on the tabletop or 120 feet um,
yeah, so
behind
there's
you.
no point in trying to do a distraction. Do I at least feel like we're on going the right? Were we headed the right way to go to what's his face's um,
Oh, the storage.
Yes,
storage?
and generally speaking, you
Okay,
are heading towards the town of Pine Box.
okay. So yeah, I will just hold on for dear life and plan on distracting him with hamburgers if he gets close enough to cause anybody damage.
The burger clown would not be pleased. Next round. Oh my goodness. Ava with the Joker. You guys. I'm
Yay!
going to have to change the rules a little bit here. Hold on, let me see how I'm going
See anything wrong with this at all?
to advance
Hey,
to Ava.
it took place soup. So
Right.
So before we start this round, Ava, certainly you can do anything that you wish to do uh, in an interrupt manner. You can delay to later in the round. You can interrupt Hector when it's his turn to go if there's something clever that you want to do. I will note, however, Sophia on the motorcycle, Shep clinging to you for stability. You got a 8 of clubs. That club may result in you having to make a roll to do a avoid a complication. So I will provide any of you, but especially Sophia, that opportunity to burn a Benny and draw a new card. Clubs are bad.
can I burn one of my pennies for that?
No, I think it has to be Sophia.
Club's bad.
She's driving.
And I will tell you, since you were on a Jack of Spades, you were on that card with no modification to that maneuver roll. On a failure, on your maneuver roll, say you get a 3, it's treated as a critical failure, which could mean collision, could mean a glitch, something goes wrong with the bike.
Okay. That was exactly the wrong thing I did.
Sophia is using a Benny to redraw an action card. Okay. I guess, yeah, that time, oh my goodness, that came up a 6 of clubs. Would you like to use another Benny?
My goodness.
The little voice in your head whispers, probably drawing another card is a good idea. I don't know if you can see it, but on my interface, I can see your 8 of clubs followed by a 6 of clubs.
I
The
do.
reason,
I
oh,
see it.
cool.
It's another club.
Yeah. I think it's just it gives you that little tray just so you can see what the other card. And it chose not to pick that for you because it was a lower card.
Mhm.
I'd probably let you take that if it was like a diamond, say
Let's see if I.
a spade, an
Okay.
ace of spade. That ace of spades jumps you even farther up in the order, but you're still ahead of Hector, and you have eliminated. Oh, what sort of complications could occur? I would say certainly a puddle of water is something that may happen, or a power line that has been hit by lightning and down across the yard or across the street rather, sparking and writhing serpentine like
Mhm.
could be very bad. But now that we've resolved that, ladies, it is the beginning of your turn, so I will eliminate Actually, I'll just sort of drag them off to the side as I may, maybe, be using those again. I'll just pull those evading reminders off to the side. What would you like to do, Ava? You have a joker.
Hmm. Well, we're making good progress here away from. Um, he's still straight up behind us, right? And he doesn't have his detective lights on, does he?
He
Like
does
the
he does have
sirens?
his flashing blue strobe in addition to his uh, bright lights, which he was trying to use to distract you.
Oh, okay. Ava's freaking out.
Oh yeah,
But
and
she
you know what he's
is
doing? He's dodging right to get behind you, then he's dodging left to get behind you. You know, he's as you are evading, he's going back and forth, and you see these bright lights crossing your field of vision in your mirrors. He's
uh,
trying to scare you.
yeah. Out of everybody, she probably would be the most scared. She's like,
Yeah.
no, not a police record.
I think getting a police record from this chase is probably low on your list of concerns. I would think looking very much like that ground hamburger that Shep has in a sack
Mhm.
along the side of the road may be your predominant and first worry.
Mm. She's going to keep on trying. Well, my plan was to dig one hand into her messenger bag,
Okay.
pull out a couple of salt bombs to put into her pocket to have at the ready. Um,
You can imagine that just having them in your bag, you could still consider them to be at ready. I won't make you use an
okay,
action to do that.
okay, then
They're on your
she's just
person. You
going
probably
to.
halfway unzipped your pocket of your backpack just so you can have easy,
Mm-hmm.
quick access. And you know what's in
Okay,
there. You reach in and feel around. You probably took some tools and stuff like that.
perfect. I wasn't sure if it needed to be like right on the person or not. That works. Thank you.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
Other than checking on Sophia and Shep, she's going to keep on trying to change position to move forward and
Okay.
continue evading.
At this
See
point,
if we
Sophia
can.
is still evading. She's still zigzagging, and Shep is looking behind. And the two seem to be communicating a strategy. If you
Okay,
wish, you
cool.
may make that change position roll at +2 if that is your sole action. And if you wish to evade or any of the other free actions, you can do. It doesn't make sense to evade and hold steady because the two would cancel each other out, but you could do multiple free actions. Talking, for example.
Um,
Um,
yeah, I'm trying to because I don't have anything. I don't have anything in my at my disposal that would be easy to do were I to hold steady, at least to attack or anything like that.
Understood.
Also skimming through these as we go. But I do want to do the change maneuver or
Okay.
the change position forward. Um,
Make sure that
doing
Joker
it
bonus shows
doing
up
it
too.
at a +2 is only when you're trying to do an evade,
No,
or
no, it's not that way at all. Generally,
okay,
if you want to change position, you can do it as a free action or an action. As a free action, it's just a straight maneuver roll. If you choose to use your action to change position, that roll is at a +2. Not even
okay,
talking
and
about evading. Not even evading is only when you're like doing combat actions. It's hard because you're on an unsteady platform because you're being jerked side to side. And in
okay,
fact, you stopped evading at the beginning of this vehicle's turn. So,
yeah,
but you can always choose to
okay,
jump forward and then start evading again. In fact, I think given the size differential between the vehicles at stake here, that's not a unwise decision.
yeah. Because I mean, I would. I would want to just keep moving forward as much as possible and either evading or
Hmm.
holding steady so I don't run into a pebble.
Hmm.
That's
Got
gonna knock me over.
you got that
So
plus
I
you
will
got that
take
+2
that.
Joker bonus. Might as well take
Yeah,
advantage
I
of it.
will take it as a with the. I'll do the change position as an action, and hold steady is a free action, right? So
Yes,
after I do that, I can still hold steady or evade because they're both free actions. Yeah.
correct. But you can't do
Okay.
both.
Cool.
It,
No,
it's
not just one or the other.
yeah. It depends
Got
what it is that you'd like to do.
it.
So a maneuvering roll would be driving, and we should see some.
Oh no, I did it at a +4. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Joker bonus +2.
Yeah,
Um, oh, isn't that interesting? Why did it add that second +2? Does it know that you're the driver? And does
I
it
think
know?
so.
It knows that you're
Well,
taking an action? Interesting.
I did the +2, but it automatically changed it to a +4 at the
Oh,
bottom.
oh, did you type a +2 into the parchment?
I did a +2, but then it
Okay.
did it at a +4, so
Well,
I'm
that was
assuming
the
it
correct
added
thing
the
to do.
Joker bonus.
Yeah, and
Okay, cool.
you can see Joker bonus +2 in the little text.
Yeah,
A 13.
cool.
That is a success with a raise. You may advance 2 squares.
Eee.
Nee, 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 nee. I
And
guess you have your hair sort of
uh,
tied back in a ponytail, and under your
yeah.
under helmet sticking out. It's kind of flapping.
Oh yeah, Lord knows having your hair down during
Mhm.
something like this is unwise.
I would like you to make
uh,
I would like you to make a smarts roll.
mhm, sure. Ooh.
So on a D10, you rolled an 18. Okay, in your mind, 2 or 3 synchronous thoughts overlap. In your mind's eye, back when you pulled in out of Lisa Gray's cul-de-sac, you remember seeing a sign, hiking trail, Crenshaw's Woods, .5 miles. Coming up, you see a sign that says, walking path. You see like the sign, the diamond-shaped sign of the stick figure with the walking stick.
Yeah.
And ahead of you on the right, you see, well, across the road, you see a crosswalk. And on the right, you see what looks to be, it's not a driving street, but it's like a paved walking path that a service
Mm.
vehicle could drive on. But there's these 2
Oh
posts,
yeah.
these 2 bright yellow, probably cement-filled metal pipes that are stuck in like
Yeah.
in the ground to keep cars from driving on it. But could a Vespa or, oh, I don't know, a street bike go between them? Why, certainly it could. And it is in the next card up, so it is about 30 feet away. It looks like you have found a way to escape this without making that flee roll. If only you could go 30 more feet, slow down, and maneuver. You don't think that Monte Carlo would be able to ram um, those posts. You've probably taken a little hike down there before. Those things they're pretty solid. They're meant to be removed, but you have to get out of your car, pull them off. If they're not locked into position, I guess they could be padlocked into position too. But you have that
Okay.
information.
So
Um, and I think that's your
I'm
turn. What would you like to do?
I'm too far to I would assume I'm too far to be shouting out like, "Hey, look here, let's go this way." So
You could
within the
always
same
hand.
turn, would I, especially with her loud motorbike,
Hmm.
would I be able to do the hand signal for a turn so that they kind of get the idea, like, I'm going to turn soon here?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely, you could. And I
wonderful.
won't even make you make a roll for that at all.
Cool, then that is all for me.
Let's see. I don't think I have a token. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll drag a little. I'll drag a little side road right, kind of right below the king, just as a reminder that there was a way out. You found the wormhole. You found the hidden Easter egg to exit the level. Sophia, what would you like to do? Ava is definitely slowing down. She flicks her right turn signal just once or twice, and she's flailing a free arm to the right. In fact, I think to do that, what does she do? She when you're riding a bike, is it? I think with your right hand, or maybe when you want to turn right, do you take your left hand?
I
Your
think
left hand raise it.
it's still using your normal driving signals, I think. So it's like this is left and then this is right, I think,
Gotcha.
when you do
Gotcha.
this.
She's signaling a right turn.
Yeah. She's doing the thing.
Yeah. ETU sweatshirt, arm, the sleeve. It is indeed.
Obviously much too large for her.
Ponytail bouncing. She seems to be indicating right turn, Clyde. For those of you who like old Clint Eastwood movies. What would you like to do, Sophia? We're at the Ace of Spades. You've elected not to suffer the complications of a club. Wise on your part, I will say.
Sophia will just be following along behind Ava.
Very good. You
Still
ceased
evading.
Okay, you ceased evading at the beginning of your turn. As a free action, you can choose to begin evading again. But first, let's have that maneuver roll to try to advance. It's only a 4. Yeah, as you're jerking your street bike to the left and the right, you feel that injury just start to tear a little bit, or maybe it's just because it's sensitive. You feel that twinge of discomfort. Would you like me to remove one of the reroll tokens from the board and give you a chance to get a raise? I put these chips down for your benefit. I recommend you use them.
Yeah.
I will remove one of the tokens, and you can re-roll. Same roll. Same statement applies. If you wish to re-roll, you can continue burning these until there are none left. At your benefit, but at the detriment of those who might otherwise need one.
I don't want to burn too many tokens.
If you wish, you can burn a Benny, also to re-roll.
Choices are hard. Let's go with the token.
I will remove the 4th token.
Can I keep my 4?
That is not a critical fail. That is a 2 on the wild die. If you wish, you may use one of the 3 remaining tokens to roll again. Or you may choose only to move ahead 1 square. Or you may use a Benny to try to re-roll. And in either case, you...
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
No.
She used a Benny to re-roll, and she had a critical failure. So let's see, I have to jump back to the page that says, let's see, when you're driving, you're using the maneuver skill, the driving skill. On a critical failure, the operator must roll on the out of control table, which is on page 119. Go into the out of control table. Without the wild die, Sophia, I need you to roll 2d6s. Low is bad.
Come on, friend. You can do it.
That if you had rolled like a 2 or a 3 to 4, it probably would have killed you. However, a 7 is a distraction. What happens is, I typed up some quick things.
I stopped while I was ahead.
You tried so hard.
Didn't even matter.
So what happens was there was an oncoming car, perhaps a distracted driver, or perhaps a driver who is having a hard time maneuvering with oncoming traffic that includes what happens to be a police car with a bright, blinking strobe light in a deep azure blue, and his high beams are on. So this poor other driver coming the other way came too far over the line and made you come to a skidding, sliding stop. No doubt ameliorated by the moisture, the thin veneer of oily water on the surface of the road from that recent rain. So unfortunately, you came to a stop, and you are distracted, which means a -2 to further rolls that you might do until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
It could have been much worse, believe me.
I believe it.
You could have died.
Especially since you're already wounded. Yeah, could have been much worse. But you know the dice gods giveth, and the dice gods taketh away. Unless there's something else you want to do. Shep, you thought you guys were goners. There was a car bearing down, blowing its horn directly coming down the center of the road. It veered back into its own lane and passes by you. Sophia had to jerk a little bit to the right, slam on her brakes, went into a slide, but she managed to stay in control. You two managed to stay up. You don't become ground round on the street. Would you like to act?
How far am I from where she was pointing towards?
That's hard to say. She was just kind of gesticulating wildly, her arm flapping about like a chicken arm. Obviously,
There's
she's trying to
police
communicate that
flying.
there's something important up to the right. You don't know
Can
if
I
it's a
do a
half mile
notice
away.
roll to see what I think it could have been?
Sure, you would make a notice roll. Is there anything else you would like to do this round? Because I will impose a -2 multi-action penalty, for it does take some concerted
Uh,
effort to focus.
the only thing I'm just going to see if it's close, then I will probably try to run for it.
Run for it.
But
Oh.
if I see it, yeah.
If this is your only roll, then you may make a, let's see, it's going to be a notice roll. It's dark. Um, I will let you make that same smarts roll first.
Okay. Nope. He's too busy trying to figure out how to get off of this motorcycle. In a way.
A notice roll at -1, please.
Okay.
A 10. A 10 is good.
He is in
A 10,
survival mode.
a 10 is a raise. Right about parallel to where Ava is at this point in time, there is a diamond sign with the universal sign of a hiker. You know, it's a stylized black stick man with a walking stick. And that seems to indicate you that crossing this road ahead is a hiking path. And you think that's what she might be gesturing at or gesticulating towards, because in the reflection of her Vespa headlight, you see there are some vertical, bright yellow columns on the side of the road, kind of making like two pickets of a fence. And you put that all together with that notice roll.
Okay. I will stay with Sophia, and I will tell her we need to get this thing started again. It looks like there's a hiking trail up ahead. Maybe we can turn on that, and the car can't follow us there.
Okay, that's fair. And you know that one thing about Sophia's street bike, yes, it's obnoxiously loud. Almost like she drilled little holes in the muffler just to make it extra loud. Or I don't know, maybe
I
it's
wouldn't get
cracked,
it.
maybe it's cracked and pitted from rust, but you know that it accelerates madly like a demon. So, yeah, I will
Okay,
advance.
and that will be it for me.
I'll advance to Hector. Straight up driving roll. He's got to close this distance and fast.
Oh no.
You can only go 2.
Gets a 13. What do I call those sparse car driving? It handles
Guys, I got a
nicely.
full stop.
And he probably switches lanes, so he's a little bit more behind the Vespa. And we go to the next round. I'm not overlooking anyone. Ava, you acted completely right. You did have a joker. Yes.
I had my joker. Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome sauce. Next round. Ava, and then Hector, and then Sophia.
Another club?
Sophia with a club. Would you like to use a Benny to try
Again?
to avoid a complication? Boy, that's that thin veneer of oily water. You know, when it rains and that rain passes through real briefly, it's just enough to raise the oil off the surface of the ground. That makes hydroplaning so easy. I'd recommend you draw a new card. But if you want to trust the dice gods, a simple maneuvering roll.
I don't trust the dice gods. I just got a crit fail last round.
Oh, you could never get another one the next round. That would never happen, right?
Twice in a row. Who would do such a thing?
Sophia draws a new card. Her new card is a 3 of hearts. That still places you below Hector.
Well, can't do anything else about that.
I will just say he may choose to use a Benny to re-roll his card. He may want to go shoot the moon and try to go for that ace or that joker.
Foreshadowing.
I'm just saying, in fairness, so it doesn't go back and say, "Oh, I didn't know he could do that." I'm telling you, he could.
But a heart means we don't have any
Complication.
complications, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
it's neutral, no mod at all.
I'm out of Benny, so
Oh no!
Yeah, and I can't give you any, so
common bond only goes one way.
And I will proffer that you are also
What about the tokens on the table?
distracted. I will allow it. I will allow that. There are still 3 remaining. Not for a card reroll, but simply to.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like anyone's going to go. Let's see. I think Hector's going to try to improve his.
I know, poor Shep.
Oh, he got a 6. Oh, that's no good. We'll begin the round. We begin the round with Ava, with her King of Hearts.
I want to go into that little. At this round, would I be able to reach that nook just behind those big yellow bars?
On a successful maneuver roll, you will advance 1 square, and we will consider you.
Because I would go there, and I would like to wait for them at a proper distance behind those yellow bars.
You will have to make a roll, a maneuvering roll. A 4 is your target number.
Driving, right?
Driving. On a critical failure, you probably hit one of those poles, which you do not. Success.
Yay.
With a raise, I'm going to rotate you, your Vespa, just because it's kind of cool. And you are 20 feet. You pass between those pillars, those pieces of piping that are cement filled and, in fact, padlocked to keep those wild college and high school students from just pulling them off, tossing them to the side, and driving their trucks and stuff off to the down the hiking path. That would be bad. You are off the road.
All right.
You believe that
I'll
you are
hop
safe.
in there. Can I turn off my lights?
Absolutely.
Perfect. I know I'm still chugging along, but if I could at least turn off my lights.
Sure, sure. And you rest the weight of the vehicle on one leg, so you're not engaging your brake lights as well.
Yeah, I'm listening for the motorcycle behind me, and concerned that I don't necessarily hear it.
Hector's going to try a multi-action. First, he is going to try a driving roll. He's going to use a Benny to try for a better roll. Well, he's cursing. So, Sophia, I would like you to make a notice roll. Shep, I would like you to make a notice roll at +2.
Oh,
Dice.
Good roll, Sophia.
Nope, I'm very distracted.
oh no.
When Sophia came to a squealing halt on that oily, wet road, bits of gravel flew up. One of them would have hit you right in the eye. Since you were wearing those goggles, one of the lenses, it doesn't matter which, is cracked, and that is going to impede you in vision-based skills
Hmm.
until you choose to take them off or have them fixed or pull out a different pair or whatever. Sophia, it looks like there is somebody in the back seat of Hector Martin's blue Monte Carlo. It's a
Oh.
dark inky figure. You just get a glimpse as you look back, trying to get this motorcycle started again. You look back and you're like, geez, how close is he? It looks like it is strangling Hector Martin as you do see a dark, maybe he's wearing like a black leather motorcycle jacket. You see an arm around Hector's throat.
What?
If
Me
you wish,
neither.
you may make your uh, driving roll to change position. If you wish to try to get a raise, you can use one of the remaining 3 poker chips.
Mines.
On the
Would you wish to?
Let's see. I do.
Very good. I will take one of them away. 2 are remaining. You see that Ava has advanced to a position of safety.
Yeah. I want to try to get safe as well.
well, it's
Would
not
you
a
like to
crit
try
fail.
again? Would you like to try again? A 1 is not a crit fail.
Sure. One more time.
I
Before
rec-
I,
Oh, I
before he
recommend
Do it.
you try a 3. And in fact, these are all at -2 because you are also
Yeah.
distracted. There is 1 chip remaining on the table. Would you like to try it?
No way I can help, is there?
Um. Yes. Yes, I think you can. I think you can just by saying we're almost there. Take a right, and we're safe.
Yeah.
If you would like to make I don't know, you tell me. It sounds like persuasion. It could be performance.
Persuasion.
If you
I
wanted to
can't
use
use my dice.
science, if you want to say use science, you could say we at the motorcycle's acceleration rate, we are 4.3 seconds from safety. You get to
Okay,
choose.
that works better. I just realized he has driving. I didn't think I had it.
You want to take the wheel.
Shepard, take the wheel.
Benny, that.
You certainly can. I'd leave that chip on the table for Sophia.
What
Science.
is
I love it. That's a success. That's a +1
that?
to Sophia's roll.
Okay. I will. Will that get us at least? That should get us at least to a success, right?
Let's see. Sophia, you want to make one more roll?
I get to roll again.
You can.
You haven't critical failed yet?
I'll take it.
Okay. You advance. I think there was one chip remaining. Actually, you just used that last chip, didn't you?
Yeah.
I wonder why it didn't delete. I will delete that last poker chip. And let's see. Hector failed his roll. So the multi-action did not come into play. So I'll advance to Sophia has acted. All of those chips, and you only managed to go forward one card, merely 30 feet. That side road's still tantalizingly close to you. But from Hector's perspective, you are tantalizingly close to him as well.
Right in the middle.
We will go to the next round.
For someone with luck, I have been extremely unlucky
Oh,
during all the combats we had.
man.
I just remind me never to be a passenger.
She's
I-
usually a very good driver.
Oh no, it's not you. It's just I'm like trying to think of things I can do, and there's just nothing
Oh.
right now.
All three of you
Can I use
feel
Benny?
the additional weight of a fresh Benny drop into each of your trays.
I saw it.
I wish to use that Benny to see if I can't one up Hector.
What would you like to do?
Can I change? I want to draw a new card. You can do that with the
Why,
Benny, right?
certainly.
Ah, is better.
I'm
Ah,
scared either way.
I know.
Would you like to try another one?
Ah,
I think I would let
kinda do.
Shep drop a Benny as well if he wants
Okay.
to try a different card. I think that's fair. You're a group.
I will take that.
I seem to be infected.
How do I do that? Just drop
Try
it.
to drag it on top of the 8 of Hearts card next to Ava's motor scooter.
No, on
Oh, and
Sophia's on the 6, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. Yes, on Sophia's street bike. I'm sorry.
gave me a script error.
I just see Ava, and I see that picture that she drew of Shep on the back.
Ah,
Let me try to get.
I
Did it use
mean,
it? Yeah, I don't think it used it. It gave me a script error when I.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I'm
it's
going
not going
to
to let me do it.
then I'm going to right click on that, and I think there's a. I dealt you a 5 of spades. Would you like to try again? You can
Yes.
certainly keep trying and keep trying.
I've got bennies.
certainly more than me.
Oops. I accidentally put you on hold. How sloppy of
Oh.
me. How sloppy of me.
You'll have to let me know.
I
Okay.
jumped you up. A Jack of
Oh.
Hearts.
Okay, good. I'm stopping there.
Okay.
Ava, I would like to provide you with that same benefit. If you would like to drop a Benny and try to get a top of Hector, I think you've already tried once. There's no reason you can't try again.
I think I'll stay where I am, considering whatever spontaneous shenanigans could happen. I think I'll keep my bennies just in case.
Very well. Sophia and Shep. I say that in no particular order because you choose the order you two wish to act. With the Jack of Hearts, Hector chooses not to burn his Benny. He thinks he's going to use that in the shootout ahead. So,
Uh-oh.
what would you like to do?
away.
Praying is a free action.
Yep. He's still too far for me to throw stuff at him, so
Yeah. A bag of Burger City burgers and fries.
I'm just gonna go, Tante, send somebody over there to strangle him some more.
Yes, there is something with its arm around Hector. Sophia, what would you like to do? I will certainly let you, Shep, attempt to aid
Okay.
Sophia's attempt to pilot her craft. Hopefully 2 squares ahead. She's no longer distracted.
Can I use my drive? Do I have to use a different skill or?
You can use driving.
Okay, yeah, I'll just use my driving just to.
Yeah, you notice that
I don't know. I'll
somehow
occasionally something
somehow
work.
she hit a throttle trigger on her hand, and can certainly
Any that?
re-roll that.
Oh,
Yeah,
5 is
I'll
a
keep that.
success. Would you like to try again? A success with a raise would give her a +2.
Is she sitting at a is she only sitting at the -1?
She's setting it at -1 because of her wounds, I believe. She's no longer
Okay.
distracted this round.
And if I do it and it's lower but not a crit fail, does it automatically go back to the +1
Yes,
or to the
yes. You
raise?
choose the best roll to use.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
But a critical failure is always a concern.
I'm keeping it.
Okay, Sophia, you can make a successful roll driving.
I'm happy with this.
A 4 advances you 1. Would you like to use that Benny, that last
No.
remaining Benny? No.
No. No, I'm happy with what I have, and I'm yes,
working hard.
yes.
Very good.
I'm
Would
just
you
gonna
like
keep
to
following Ava.
Would you like to use as a free action the evade capability to
Oh
zigzag
yes.
a little bit?
Oh yes. He's too close now.
It sounds like he has a lot of Mustangs under that hood. We complete your turn. Shep aided you, gave you a +1. That was beneficial. We'll go to Hector. An 8. Success with a raise. All of a sudden, that vehicle accelerates
Oh,
at a rapid pace and jumps forward two cards. Let me just check and make sure nobody had a club. No, nobody had a club this round. Very well. We'll advance to Ava, safely behind the pipes. What would you like to do?
do I hear the motorcycle at this point?
There has never been a point that you haven't heard the motorcycle.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh.
It is very
It's
loud.
loud.
Okay, cool. I will try and come and wave so that they can see me.
You think
And where I am.
there is no possible way they did not see clearly where you turned.
Oh, okay.
In
I
fact,
wasn't
you
sure
see
if the
Sophia on
distraction
that
was
street
too much.
bike. She is definitely slowing down a little bit and curving towards you. Now, if you
Perfect.
wish, next round, if you hold this round, I will let you aid next round for her final roll.
That sounds good to me because I was going to see if there was any way I could assist since I am currently idle, waiting for them to reach me.
I think that is well within the confines of the Savage Rules world's rule set. I will
Well,
advance to
I
the
will
next round.
hold then.
Very good. Oh, clubs and clubs.
Oh no. Oh no.
Dang.
I'll tell you right now. Hector gets a 2 of. Oh God! What does he want to do? Does he want to use his spade and remove the No, he's going to shoot the moon. He's got a queen. He's going to go and suffer the consequences of a possible complication. Sophia, you got a club. Either
Yeah.
you or Ava or Shep could drop a penny
I
for a
drop
reroll.
a penny.
I'll do a little redeal. I'm kind of glad I played with this a little bit in the downtime.
I can.
A deal.
Yeah,
It's a
I
heart.
can spare a penny
Okay.
to
Well,
help.
I dropped a penny. What did we get?
I drew you a 2 of hearts, which means you no longer have the complication.
Okay.
And it's
It's up
really
to
not, since Hector's so far ahead of you in the order, it's no better or worse for you from an initiative order perspective.
I
If you
will
like, you
ask.
can drop another one
Yeah,
and try to get a joker. I mean, this is Savage World, fast, furious, and fun. If you
I
wish to,
will ask Sophia. What do you think?
I think that what we have is fine.
We don't have a
Okay.
complication.
last time she said that, she almost ended up toppled over on the side, sliding down the road. But okay,
Oh gosh.
we can go with that. Ava, since you held last round, if you wish,
Mhm.
I'm going to drop the let's see, we went to next round, we drew. I'm going to drop the little pennant onto you, making it your turn. If you would like in some way to uh, aid, to support, to provide a benefit to your companion, and you can make that roll now. Hector's going to go first, but I'll get you out of the way because I'm afraid I'm
Hmm.
going to forget.
I think that. Let's see. Take it in here. He's still too far to aim anything at, right? Or is he within range of trying to sling something at him?
He is 90 feet away from you.
That's far. uh, so while they're evading, I wonder if I can't peek out and try to distract him myself with my own high beams.
I will allow it. It's going to be a
Cool.
a test. You go first.
Yeah.
I roll second. It is going to
Is
be
it
your. You tell me. I could see this as being a possible measure of reflectivity and angle. If you want to use science to get that best angle to try to blind him, reflect it off
like
his.
some math suddenly run up in her head as she's looking around for
Yeah.
reflective? Yes.
I'm just saying if
Sure.
you've paid advancement points for these skills, use them in a way that that you're well suited and let your imagination sort of run wild.
I am down for that. I think that she would definitely try to use that to her advantage, especially if there is a reflective surface
No, the whole
nearby.
front of his car is pretty reflective if you hit him just right. And there's still
Will
the
do.
Shep's helmet's probably pretty shiny too.
yeah, and I mean there's still the moisture on the roadway. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Hey,
Oh
gosh.
my gosh.
Oh my
it bounced
gosh.
from the car to the road,
Oh.
hit Shep's helmet into his eyes.
Oh. So let's see.
I've blinded everyone.
Hector is going to react with agility to try to shade his eyes. It's hard when there is a shade of another type behind him. He will roll agility, and he gets an 8. And
Oof.
I'm going to impose distraction upon him. As he
He's
goes
under
next,
clip.
I'm simply going to put a -2 in the parchment. Okay, I move the pennant off of Ava. Ava, is there anything else you'd like to do? You're probably this way, yelling
Yeah,
out.
I'm just waiting for them at this point because I have now moved outside of the yellow bars
Okay,
to try and help my friends get in there first.
Hector with a -2 distraction penalty. I've typed into the little parchment area. He uses a Benny. Oh, God. He crit fails. He
Good.
crit
Good.
fails.
Yes. Science wins again.
He's out of control. I roll 2d6s.
For science.
I roll 2d6s and add them to. No. That doesn't count. I don't want to ace these. Well, I know what it is. If he aced, it was a 1 and a 6. Because the 6 aced. So it would be a total of 7. So he is also distracted. You blinded him. His car hits a slick spot in the roadway. His car sort of slides sideways. I impose a distraction upon him, and his car just kind of shakes a little bit as it slides, and then he immediately jerks the wheel to the right, jams on that accelerator, and starts to skid forward.
Oops.
Again, I will advance to Sophia's motorcycle, her street bike.
He ain't no Duke. Mm-mm.
And you know what? He also had a complication. Let's see how that plays out, because this probably helped him slide. His complication was rolling a club. He is on a spade. He has to make a critical roll failure if he misses his driving roll. He attempts to make that driving roll. He makes the driving roll. The minus that he takes for being strangled is offset by the handling of his sports car, so he does avoid that complication. And I apologize for interrupting, and I draw that pennant back to Sophia's street bike. And you may act. You are evading. I will pull that off as it is the beginning of your turn. You can always evade and evade again.
Which is what I will be doing. Just
Okay.
keep on going fast as I can.
Okay.
I will attempt to help again.
There you go.
Very good. Shep, why don't you aid first? Well,
I'm
Oh.
Any of that?
and I'll Benny that.
let the bennies hit the floor.
They are so gone.
Do my last Benny to see if I can bump it. It was meant to be.
Okay.
Pretty
You don't critical
That's
fail,
right.
so you don't make it any harder for her.
No.
and we're out of the other, so okay. So what were we at? Oh, yep. 3. Damn.
Yes, it's the 3 is it was meant to be.
Yeah.
As the luck gods would have it, Sophia, another Benny finds its way into your tray. Someone really wants you to survive this.
Please don't die, friend.
I'm not dying.
A success. The taillights of a Vespa and a very loud street bike recede in the distance down this walking path. A Monte Carlo skids to a stop, its high beams illuminating the path that it cannot get to as the angry driver slams his palms on his steering wheel and utters a stream of curses, which I will not repeat here. You have survived the chase. Outmatched
Sheppy
power. You were outmatched by power. You were outmatched by skill. It looks like your will to survive inched past his will to kill you this evening. And that is where we will stop for the evening. And that is where
we
we
had
pick up.
Barn Burgers. We were always going to win.
The Burger City Burgers must have done it. Must have done
Burgers and salts.
it. Very well done. I did not know how this was going to go, I'm going to
That was wild.
go and I'm going to look over this video again and see if there's anything that I did wrong or I should do different. But I think it went right according to the rules, and
This
the reroll chips just made it fair. It didn't give you an
yeah.
advantage. It merely made it an even playing field.
Hmm.
Well done. You survived.
Yeah.
That was good. That was
This is
fun.
the
I liked that.
smoothest chase I think I've been in Savage Worlds. So
That was
it was
really
very well
fun.
done.
Oh, that was something.
in a dingy
Poor Sophia.
motel room in Pine Box, Texas, there are 2 beds occupied, 2 queen-size beds. A boy by himself, curled up, sleeps soundly. Um, a girl tosses restlessly, cradled in her mother's arms in the other bed. The occasional headlight illuminates the front window, but they are safe for the present.
Yeah.